Imagine you're walking home and a police officer stops you. He informs you that you've been arrested. At that moment, you're confused. You don't know what you've done. You don't understand the reason why you're being arrested. And being your first time, you don't know what next. Now, the Constitution of Kenya 2010 is one of the most progressive legal frameworks in Africa and beyond. And when it comes to the rights of an arrested person, it provides very clear safeguards that uphold human dignity, procedural fairness, and the right to a fair trial. Article 49 of the Constitution lays out in white and black what happens when someone has been arrested. Those provisions or rights are not there to create a conflict between the law enforcers and the civilians, but they are there to ensure due process and to protect the dignity of every individual. Today we are going to walk through key constitutional provisions with regards to the rights of an arrested person under Article 49. Let's jump right in. The first right is the right to be informed promptly in a language that the person understands, the reason why they are being arrested, the right to remain silent, and the consequences of not remaining silent. Now, let's break this one down. So the first issue would be promptly. The officer must, at the point of arrest, inform you why they are arresting you. Not at the station or a day after or hours later that maybe when your advocate appears that they inform you why they have arrested you. No, it should be at the point of arrest. And that information should be relayed in a language that the person understands. So if you understand, or rather if the arrested person understands Swahili, then the reason for the arrest must be relayed in Swahili. The other issue is the right to remain silent. It's upon the police officer to inform you of this right and what happens when you choose not to remain silent or when you choose to speak up. So this ensures that from the very beginning, you understand why you're being arrested and you understand the rules of engagement. An arrested person has a right to communicate with their advocate or another person whose assistance they may need. This is provided for under Article 49(1)(c). So the police are duty bound to facilitate such communication. An arrested person has a right not to be compelled to make any confession or admission that may be used against them in court. This means that no one should force you by way of coercion, intimidation, or pressure to admit to something that you do not want to admit. But if you want to make a confession, you can still go ahead and make it, but it has to be voluntary. This ensures that the innocent are protected and that you do not give incriminating evidence, and also protects the integrity of the evidence that goes on record. They also have a right to be held separately from persons that are serving sentence. And this is because an arrested person is presumed innocent until proven guilty. There is the 24-hour rule. An arrested person must be brought before a court of law as soon as reasonably possible, but not later than 24 hours after arrest. But there's an exception to this rule. If 24 hours lapse on a Saturday, a Sunday, or on a public holiday, then the time frame extends to the end of the next court day. At the first court appearance, an arrested person has a right to be charged, to be released unconditionally, or to be informed of the reason for continuing detention. So this means that you can be charged and then the case proceeds, or the prosecution may seek time to conduct further investigations, in which case then the court will determine whether the reasons advanced by the prosecution are justifiable and then inform you of your continuing detention. The court may also release you unconditionally or on bond. This ensures that the case is not left hanging. An arrested person has a right to bond or bail pending trial unless there are compelling reasons. The presumption of the law is that that person is entitled to bail or bond. The onus is on the prosecution to prove that there are compelling reasons why they should be kept in custody. And such reasons may be that they are a flight risk or they're likely to interfere with witnesses. That is it for the rights of an arrested person under Article 49. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, turn on the notification bell so that you do not miss the next video. Bye bye.